everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing well and that you're having a wonderful day. It is Wednesday, February 5th today, and I just did a short haul video and I wanted to get another one in because I wanted to have a video out every day this month. It wasn't like a concrete plan. I just kind of was hoping that I could do it, giving myself a little grace, and if I couldn't do it, whatever. But it was kind of my goal just because it was something new for February. I wanted to do something like that, but it didn't happen. Life got a little busy. And then yesterday, I was feeling sick yesterday, with I guess it was a gallbladder attack / medication, side effects kind of worked together and really caused some really big problems for me yesterday. So it was horrible, to say the least. And I just kind of had to deal with it. Heating pads, I used castor oil, which I just use like the castor oil packs. I used peppermint oil. I tried, the only thing I had yesterday to eat at all was half of a green apple and a couple bites of dill pickle relish. And I had had a couple of drinks, coffee in the morning, and that's when I started feeling sick, that like pain in the stomach and stuff like that. And finally, I did take a nap, which was a miracle because I never nap. I get really anxious about napping, but I did that yesterday. I napped for like an hour, and I felt a little better afterwards. But then yesterday evening, it started up again, and I got sick to my stomach, everything. It was just like horrible. Today I feel better. I've been able to have coffee. I had one of those chicken snack sticks that I've showed before. And what else did I have? I had a few saltine crackers, like the unsalted ones, and some dill pickle jerky. My dad had gotten this for me on our way back from Albuquerque, and so we've been kind of snacking on it. Well, today was my first day of snacking on it. And my husband and we both just shared that. And it's really good. It's not real dill pickly flavor, but it has a good flavor to it. We got this at the Black Mesa gas station coming from Albuquerque back home. So that was good. So far I've been fine. I haven't had dinner yet. Should be ready soon. I'm just kind of probably gonna eat small portions so that I don't, just in case I get sick. But that's the not so good news. But like I said, I praise God that I feel better today. Even yesterday, I think it was just a lesson in listen to your body, because I started feeling like off a few days ago. I don't know exactly. I don't know that it was like really would have told me, hey, you're going to have a gallbladder attack or anything like that. But excuse me, but it was kind of like I just didn't feel good. And the day that we went to Albuquerque, we went to, like in the last video, I talked about the liquidation store. It was really packed, and I got really anxious, and like it was cold and it was hot, and I think it was just me, panic attack, or really more just anxiety. I didn't have a full-blown panic attack or anything, but I did have a headache that I hadn't really noticed, which is really odd, but kind of makes sense for what the doctor talked about with the silent migraines, where you get a lot of the symptoms of the migraines, except it doesn't always come with the pain. But I noticed we were sitting outside waiting for them to call us in to Cracker Barrel, and my scalp was hurting. Like I just kind of went like this, and like it hurt like if I had like cuts all over my head. But I started feeling like I could feel like slight pressure in my head, and my eyes were bothering me. Like I couldn't read correctly. Like it was just pretty bad. And I don't know if that was from not eating all day until then, or just something going on in my body, something triggered that stuff. And then I got sick yesterday. So it's just a lesson of, like I said, learning to listen to my body and what is going on, and so I can, be more prepared and take care of myself and rest before, or like do the things that I know I need to do, or I can do at least, to prevent things getting as bad as they did yesterday. So on a good note, I haven't really shared much about weight loss in a while because I've been kind of stuck, like I said, at 185. And my goal this year is to lose 40 pounds altogether. So that'll bring me down to, I think at the time it would have brought me down to like 145. So I was stuck at 185. Today I did a weigh in when I took my shower, and I am down to 180. So that was exciting. I was like, because I kind of checked last month, but I was still stuck at 185, and I just kind of left it alone. And so this morning that I checked, I was down to 180, and I was like, I kind of noticed a little bit because there was a pair of pants that I love to wear. They're so comfortable, one of my leggings, and they're like the high ones, but they were a little bit big already, but they were comfortable. Well, I wore them yesterday, I think it was, and I was like, they kind of feel, geez, excuse me, hiccups. They kind of feel bigger, like they were kind of more loose and falling a little bit more than normal. And I thought, wonder, but I hadn't checked. So this morning I did, and I'm like 185. So thank God for that. I'm excited. I'm on my way. And I'm hoping that soon I will be able to get down to that 140, 45, and see where I go from there. And I want to take it slow because, like I said, my highest weight was like, I think at one point I was probably close to 250, but I know from the one that I've been keeping track of, my highest was 242, 245, somewhere around there. So I've lost about 60 pounds since then. And over like the course of the last year or so, maybe, yeah, about a year. And so it's been hard, but it's been good for me. And like my A1C is at normal. I'm at like a 5, well, I was at, the last time I checked, at a 5.6. I'm hoping to be a little lower, or maybe at the same pace when I go back in to get that checked. My thyroid numbers are normal, within normal ranges. They're a little on the higher end of where normal is. I could get into hypo again, but I'm working on that. There was a few things that were out of whack last time. I think I talked about that. So I just got in the supplements, 2 of the supplements that I was told that would probably help me through the doctor. So I will start those tomorrow. I might start one tonight, as a matter of fact, because I think one of them I take at night. But it's supposed to help with adrenal fatigue, and with sleep, with like all the menopausal symptoms, and just overall hormonal things, like even with the Hashimoto's, hypothyroid, all of that stuff, like with the metabolic system and everything, it's everything kind of out of whack. And then my sodium and potassium are out of control. Well, not out of control, they're just like low or barely in to normal. My vitamin D is barely normal after 10 years of taking the 50,000 I use. So hopefully soon I can order the other vitamins that she wanted me to get. There was about 3 or 4 of them that she requested, or she suggested. And I think that's the route I want to go anyway, is to be like a more natural, healthy route like that. And then of course diet change, which I've done pretty good with. My issue right now is I need to get more protein and probably more calories, because I'm eating once a day, sort of, and it's not working for me, because what's going on, I've noticed, is I'm like going into starvation mode, and with diabetes and stuff like that, I know my body's not working well with this, but it's like I'm not hungry. And it's really interesting because when she talked about things that kind of crooked, I don't know. Something came up that I was watching. I don't remember. Oh, it was the real Alex Clark, like a short came up from her, and she was interviewing someone, and the girl was talking, I think she was a naturopathic doctor, I'm not sure what she is, but something like that. And she was talking about how if you don't wake up hungry in the morning, then you are dealing with too much stress, like your body's too stressed out, you're in fight or flight mode, which, yes, that's me. But she's talking about how she helped some of her clients change that, which was by eating in the morning something small and just getting more used to eating in the morning, and your body start running off of the food that you're eating, the good food that you're eating, instead of running off of the adrenaline and the cortisol because of the stress. And I think that's my problem. I just couldn't figure that out really without stopping to talk to these, to the doctor about what's really going on. Because I would always say, well, I'm doing fine, like that kind of thing. So I'm finally like, no, this is what's wrong. This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong. And I know, like, I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to be like, I don't know, I didn't want to feel like this, I don't know, complainer, I guess, or, I should just deal with it. But yes and no, I think sometimes we're just going to have to deal with things, and that's fine. But I needed to know what was going on with me and what I could do. And that would require speaking the truth, right? But in a way that's not detrimental to myself. Like, I need to understand, okay, this is what you're dealing with, but it's not mine. These things are not mine. These illnesses aren't mine. I don't want to, call them, this is my thing. This is something I'm struggling with at the time, but I want to have faith in the healing, look to the healing, because that's where I'm going. This is where I'm at. I'm healed in the name of Jesus. And I don't want to just look at it like I'm stuck in this illness, and maybe I'm not going to say that, okay, he's going to heal me completely. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Either way, I want to live from a place of victory over this. I want to live from a place of joy, from a place of healing. Because even if I'm struggling with stuff, I want to bring out the joy that is found in him, in his word, in his promises. And, that's my goal, especially through this health journey, through losing weight, through eating right, and trying to take care of myself in ways that I know he wants me to. And he wants us to take care of ourselves. We are the temple of the Holy Spirit. And if we believe that, we need to take care of our temples. And I haven't done very well at that. And there's a lot of reasons for it. Reasons. See, this is the thing. I need to stop using them as excuses. Okay, coming to the end of that, it's in my excuse. I'm a victim of this and a victim of that. Which, yes, there are some things that have happened in my life that I was a victim of. It happened to me. I didn't ask for it. I didn't put myself in a position to have it happen to me, but it did. But I need to stop coming at things from victimhood. We're not a victim. We're not victims of things. We may deal with things, we may struggle with things, we may have things happen to us that we're not of our own doing or wanting it to happen, but we need to come from a place of victory, because in Jesus we have the victory. And that's where we find our healing, our joy, our rest, our comfort, our refuge, mercy and grace, salvation, and the most wonderful unconditional love that there is. And that's what I want to live my life from. So as I shared, like, my life, my stories, my struggle with illness, my struggle with this and that and everything, I want to be honest and real about it. I just want it to be evident that I'm coming from a place of faith, and I know who I am in the Lord. I'm the daughter of the Most High King, and that matters. We're loved, and we need to come from a place of that, a place of victory, like, there, because we're not a victim, we're victors. If we are walking with Yeshua, with Jesus, we're victors. We're overcomers of things, and we need to come from a place that is understood that that's who we are. And so we can stop letting the devil have a foothold in our life. And I know that I've allowed that a lot, and I'm now at a point where I'm able to talk about a lot of that stuff, journal about it, go through therapy about it, doing all those things where I'm actually able to start becoming aware of it and making changes. That was the first part, the surrendering part. I'm still struggling there, but I think I'm ready for that finally, because I'm finally more aware of things, and every day things are being shown to me by the Lord. As a matter of fact, today I had a video call over Messenger with Lori from Life on Foothill, and it was so much fun. It was, I was like kind of scared at first because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be on video with someone that I never met in person, but we've like become friends through YouTube. She has a channel, and like it was so amazing talking to her, because it was like, we understood some things about each other, like almost like I was talking to a long lost friend that I just knew, and like we just lost touch for a while, and we're friends, we became friends again, or like we you know um are able to talk again or whatever. And it was fun. I'm so glad that I did it. And I look forward to doing that again. um and I never thought about doing that, having video calls with um my like friends that I've met through online Bible studies or through YouTube. And now that I've had one, I'm like, this is fun. I really enjoyed this, and it helps to talk to other people who understand certain things, where you're coming from, where you guys have similar things going on, but that you have such strong faith in the Lord as well. And it was wonderful. So I just want to say thank you to Lori, because she not only was a conversation great and everything, but she gave me some insight to some of the things that I'm dealing with by what I shared with her. And one thing that she said was, because of things that whatever went on with me in my life, right? With, when we have traumas and we have different things, at one point feeling out of control, um, we began to worship control. So like, because I want to control things. I want to control all my emotions. I want to control my situation. I want to control the things going on around me. Not necessarily, I never saw it as controlling people, but it kind of is, because I want to do whatever I have to do to make sure that everybody's emotions are leveled. Everybody's good. Nothing's happening. Nothing's out of control. I don't want, like, I'll do whatever it takes to make somebody else happy. It's like, oh, I'll go do that for you, or I'll do that for you. Don't worry, I'll do it. And like, just to make sure, like, kind of anticipating needs before they're even needed. And sometimes that's okay, but I go overboard with that idea, and then I become the overthinker, and I am worried about everything, about like hyper vigilant, hyper aware of everything, and just waiting for the bad things to happen so I can't enjoy the good things. Like, I think back and I'm like, there's so many memories that I can't have full grasp of, because I was stressed out about something at the time. I was worried about something when I was out here doing something fun with my family, my mom, my sisters, with Margie, with whatever friends I had, with my husband. Like, I want to be all in the moment instead of looking around and waiting for something bad to happen, or waiting for the other person to all of a sudden not want to talk to me anymore, or get mad at me, or whatever. Like, I'm always worried about that. So I'm always trying to be like the best I can be. So that takes away from the authenticity of who I am. Not that I lie about who I am or anything. I just tend to hold things back because I'm afraid of losing friends or losing my family to whatever. And I'm learning to be like, you know what? This is how I feel. This is who I am. And I want to share that. I want to be able to just be who I am without worrying about, oh, is this going to be embarrassing? Is somebody going to make fun of me? All of that kind of stuff. I want to be able to like free myself of that. I want to find that freedom in the Lord, because he sets us free, and yet we go and chain ourselves back to all the stuff through worry. And that's where I'm finding myself right now. But like my therapist says, the first step is awareness, and then we are able to change things. No matter how many times someone has told me about this before in my past, it's like I knew it. It was here. It was like head knowledge. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And what they were saying was true. It was right. I knew the steps I had to take and everything, but there was a disconnect from my heart, from that soul, from, you know, that part of me that I needed to connect to so that I could make the changes. So now I'm there, I think. No, I am. Because you know what? The Lord has put me right here where I'm at for a purpose and a reason. He's given me the people in my life throughout my life for a reason who have told me the same things, and they're finally resonating with me. They're finally like, how many times do you have to hear it, Chrissy? How many times does the Lord have to send people to me for me to hear it? You know, how many times does it have to happen? Well, and there's an alarm going off or something. I don't know for what. Hold on. All right. I got that. So it's just a matter of being ready. And I think I just wasn't ready until now. And it's time, you know, and I think that right now that I'm more open and more willing to just say, okay, I surrender, Lord. I want to deal with this. He's really working in me. So see you guys in the next one. God bless you. Bye.